and a console.
So what would you say are your some of your favorite games in the vaults?
Well, you know, I love all of them. You know, of course I love Battlefield. Battlefield's a great. I just came from playing Battlefield 1. What? So of course Battlefield being in there as well. Plants vs Zombies though, for some reason that's one I keep going back to because it's just a lot of fun. It's so quirky and it's just lighthearted.
So can you tell us a little bit about some of the other games that are within the vaults?
Yeah, I mean, if you really need to go to EAAccess.com, and they're updating the list all the time. I think here's the great thing about it. I want to point this out is that once you sign up and you're a member, you get access to EA games a few days before general release. So that's really critical. We heard them talk about that with Battlefield today. Yeah, I mean, on stage. You really need to go to EAAccess.com. One of the very first updating the list Titanfall 2 all the time on Xbox One.
Who doesn't love perks like that?
Right?
I mean, that's right up my alley.
Right?
I want to play the game before everyone else does.
Yeah, it's incredible. So really, check it out. It's free right now for Xbox Live Gold members. Go check out the vault. You know what? You asked me about what games are in there. I can't even remember because there's so many. Right? Because I went in, I was looking at the list, and I was like, I'm still back at Battlefield. I was hanging out with Snoop a little earlier. So sorry, I'm not focused.
That's how Snoop gets down. Yeah. Snoop gets down in Battlefield, as well as Major Nelson. Now, you mentioned that you're giving away an Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I would love a new Xbox. Yeah.
So just all you need to do is download the EA Access app on Xbox One, and all the details will be in there of how you can win the console, or maybe one of those great Elite controllers. Have you seen it? You've played with the Elite controller. Yeah. I mean, it's
called the Elite controller for a reason.
For a reason, because if you have it, you're Elite.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Elite, there are so many games that you can play in the vault, and now we're going to take a look at FIFA and the journey within.
Don't get too carried away. It can disappear just like that.
Life doesn't always give you what you want, does it? I'm ready.
You'll get your opportunity, Hunter.
Just get me out of there.
Oh, we might as well pack this season in now.
What was he thinking?
I want to stay and fight for my place. I won't let you down.
Alex Hunter, an outstanding goal. Welcome to the Premier League. This young man has everything.
We're going to make history.
Incredible, Hunter!
My name is Alex Hunter. You don't know me, but believe me, you soon will.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the FIFA Village. Here we go, folks. This is great because we're joined by Matt Pryor, the one and only, to talk about the journey. Right now, soccer, as it no, it's soccer, man.
Okay.
No. I'll give it. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. All right. Tell me about the journey, man. It sounds cool. You know, my best friend Rob, he plays FIFA all the time, and he was telling me that, you know, like, he was so excited for all the new things coming to FIFA. He wanted to know, can I play as NYCFC, or can I, you know, play on that club?
Right.
What are the options here?
So the journey is an amazing new mode. It's something we want to do in FIFA for a long time, and we're now able to do it through the power of Frostbite. So it's going to be a massive year for FIFA. It's the first new mode we've put in for a number of years, since Ultimate Team about 6 years ago. And it's set in England. It's about a 17-year-old kid breaking out, his kind of debut year, breaking out of the academy. So for that reason, you can only play for the English Premier League teams. So my apologies for that, but who knows what's the future holds.
The sequel. The sequel.
No. So I mean, it's an amazing new mode. It's something a lot of the fans have been asking for a long time. It really allows us to kind of look behind the scenes of football. We've done an amazing job of focusing on the 90 minutes on the pitch, but football's such a massive sport now. You can live it 24/7. You can get to see the behind the scenes like never before. So it's an area of football we've wanted to bring to the users for a long time, and now we can through the, like I say, through the power of Frostbite.
Yeah, you know, we never actually. There's so many stories about all the famous football players that are out there, and you know, just like their journeys and all that. So I think this is actually quite a monumental occasion for FIFA fans, everyone to be able to enjoy this. Now let's talk about Frostbite and what, you know, Frostbite's huge coming into FIFA. I know a lot of people were excited when they saw the announcement.
The logo,
So what has Frostbite done for FIFA 17 and more specifically the Journey?
Well, it's a brand new game engine for us anyway, and it's one of the most advanced game engines there is out there. So we're really excited to bring it to FIFA, and what it does is it allows us to make modes like the Journey. The Journey wouldn't be possible without the power of Frostbite. So it brings a lot more immersion, a lot more environments to the game, and it really just harnesses the power. It looks really good. So, you know, you've played a lot of Frostbite games, the Battlefield, the Battlefield ones, the Battlefront. So you kind of know what it brings to it, and now we're able to harness that power and bring it to FIFA. So it opens up a whole new world of opportunities for FIFA, which is partly the reason we're so excited this year.
So paint the picture for me, Matt.
Yeah.
I am a new customer. I've never bought a FIFA game before, but I love the sport.
Right.
It's the greatest sport in the world.
It is.
And a lot of people say this is the FIFA to pick up.
Yep.
Why? Pitch me on the Journey.
Well, the Journey, so it is. It's an opportunity to kind of, like I say, peek behind the curtain, see a side of football you've never seen before. And from a new user perspective, it's a great mode to kind of get to grips with FIFA because it's kind of an offline mode. It's an opportunity to get familiarise yourself with the game and how you play it. And also, it's a window into the culture of football as well. So you will play through the Journey and you'll come out being a good FIFA player at the end of it and knowing a lot more about football than when you get into it. And obviously, you will have had a great experience on the route. So it's a mode for both returning, new, and you know, die-hard veterans of FIFA.
If I had my wallet right now, I would throw money in your face and tell you to give me this game. So this is exciting stuff. Matt, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. But we have more FIFA that we're talking about here. We have more FIFA. Absolutely. We're going to be joined in just a little bit with another member of the FIFA team to talk about the gameplay of FIFA 17. Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back here at the FIFA Village. I'm joined now by Sam Rivera. We're going to talk about the gameplay of FIFA 17. You know, FIFA, sports games in general, they're all about the gameplay. It's the reason why people come back year after year. So let's dive into it. What did you guys bring to the table for FIFA 17 this time around? That's a loaded question, so feel free to take your time.
I know, okay. So many things. A massive year for us in gameplay. There's four main pillars this year that I want to talk about. We have our four ambassadors representing one of those. For example, James Rodriguez will be representing the new set-piece rewrite. Hazard, the physical play overhaul. We have Anthony Marshall doing the new attacking techniques. And also, we got Marco Reus representing the active intelligence system. So those are the main things in gameplay for us this year, although we touched so many other fundamental areas of the game. So let me start with the free kicks and the corner kicks. All the set pieces is completely new. We are giving a lot more control to the users because that's what makes the game fun. You control everything. It's less random than before a corner kick, for example. So let me start with corner kicks. You can now aim exactly where you want your corner kick delivered. You will see a little reticular moving that you control, and then you control the trajectory of the ball. You can also switch to the guy that is in the box and time your run, so you can actually go and head the ball right on time, and that creates the whole situation that is not just sending the cross and then just tapping the button. There's more than that. We also have the free kicks. You now control where you position yourself, and that affects the angle of approach to the ball. So that will affect the spin of the ball, and you can finally do that Roberto Carlos reference from many years ago, where amazing shot that went around the wall. You can finally do it in FIFA. We also have the throw-ins. You can do fake throws. And we have for the next pillar, which is physical play overhaul, we have it's huge. So basically, something that was missing in FIFA before is the ability to protect the ball, shield the ball in any type of situation. Doesn't matter if you are dribbling the ball, if you are waiting for an air ball, if somebody make a pass to you and you have to shield your spot and then control the ball. Now you can do it. So we put everything in the LT button or L2 as well. And doesn't matter if you are in offense, in defense, if you use this button, you will be physical. So you will try to either keep possession or recover possession by being physical. Just so you know how big this feature is for us, we put together a big team of people back in Vancouver just to focus on every single detail. Okay, so with that comes the new 360 shield dribble system, brand new system for dribbling in FIFA, which allows you to go any direction you want while shielding the ball from an opponent. And that you can actually back up into him, try to push him. Obviously, if you're stronger enough, then you may do it. If you are not, then he will push you. You may lose the ball. So this year is not just about pace. It's also about strength and how big you are. That will affect. Yeah.
I just want to say that is a lot. And there's more. There's more.
There's more.
All right, let's dive into this one. So what else are you guys bringing to FIFA? Because there's a lot to talk about here.
Okay. So the active intelligence system, your teammates, players off the ball, they are way smarter at understanding if they should support you or they should go on attacks. Why? Because we did a big rewrite on how the positioning system works, and players understand three things much better. Predicting the future, what could happen if the defender stops now? Am I going to go offside? Should I slow down? What happens if I stop now? Is that going to create space? Or the defender is going to continue with his momentum? That's one. We can also do better understanding if the player that has the ball, my teammate with the ball, can pass the ball to me now. If he's ready, then I should make the run now. If he's not, then I should probably wait and support him. So those things together allows us to have to decide better what the player should do, go on a run, when and how, and we create new run types with those systems, like the new fake runs, which if we know there's a space behind me, which there's not in this case, I would go this direction and then go the other one to fake the opponent to confuse him. We also have better timed runs, so I can slow down in order to stay on side, as I mentioned before. We have decisive runs into quality space. If I see dangerous space ahead, doesn't matter if it's 40 meters ahead of me, I can just run there because I know I will create some attacking opportunities in there, and many other runs that we can go in depth in later months. We also have the last pillar that I want to talk about, which is, well, we talk about physical play overhaul, the set pieces rewrite. Okay, the last one that we didn't talk is new attacking techniques. Okay. It's really cool. I forgot about it. So what it's doing is giving you more control as well on how you finish the game. First of all, downward headers and low trajectory shots. They were not really possible in FIFA before because the elevation of the ball would go up. So now if you tap the button again before the player actually makes contact with the ball, the trajectory of the ball will stay on the ground. And that is more difficult for the goalkeeper to save. So that's something on you. We also have the threaded through ball, which is if you press the right bumper or R1 at the same time you do a through ball, the pass will have more leading and it will go ahead of the defender, so that the guy making the run has better chances to go. It obviously is a decision that you can make to do a more leading or less leading on your through pass. We also have another thing that helps you call for support. In the past, we always had the trigger run on the LB button, which would send up your teammate on an attacking run. Now, if you tap the right bumper, instead of going away, the teammate will come close to support you. So if you have no spaces, then, okay, call it, and then it comes close. So awesome. It's a lot of things, and that's just the 4 major pillars that we have. As I said, we touch so many areas of gameplay. There's many more animations in the game. We added more animations in FIFA 17 that we have done in previous years, and we touched fundamental things like first touch control errors, so the game makes more sense and you don't lose the ball randomly as it could happen in previous years. So I could...
well, it's very evident that you can literally go on for days and talk about all the new things, and that is how robust FIFA 17 is, which I think is incredible. You know, I mean, here's a fun fact. You know, not to toot my own horn. When I was in high school, I played a little bit of the footy myself. You know, I wasn't bad. I was, okay. I mean, truthfully, I was terrible. But what I did do really well was defend. Right? I'm a stocky guy. I'm a big dude. Right? You guys can clearly tell. You see the fat. And I would just get back here and I would hold it down. Right? And I think that is actually such a cool element that you guys are bringing to the game. I'm excited, and Sam, I want to thank you so much because I think you provided the internet tons of content to break down here, my man.
There's a lot of things for sure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Well, that was definitely a lot of awesome stuff about FIFA 17, and of course, there's just so much more to come. That's just a taste of it, which is absurd. But for the time being, let's go ahead, toss it over to the studio with my main man, Jose. Take it away, dude.
Thank you, guys. The EA Play After Party is still going strong. We have gotten to take a look at so many awesome games that EA has in store. New Titanfall, new FIFA, there's some new Star Wars coming, and there is still one hell of a PC building competition going on. So I think it's time that we check in on our competitors over here. And, all right, it looks like you're off to a pretty good start. I mean, I would say that's a successfully built PC. Are you done? Are you close to being done?
I'm letting them catch up first.
Ah, strategy. Start off fast. And then, I mean, do you, like, is it looking as good as you would hope it would?
You know, it's actually looking better than I thought it'd be. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm looking at his.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's the most important thing. So, I mean, you still have a few more minutes. These guys look like they're still so far behind. I see all kinds of screws. Yeah, scrubbing it up over here. The Darkness. How's it going over here? Looks like you're pretty in deep in your PC building.
I'm hand deep in the PC. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's almost done though.
Almost done, you say. If you had to put a time frame on just how long it would take until you were finished in seconds, how long would it take?
Seconds. Oh, math, man. Math's hard.
Yeah.
I gotta divide and use numbers.
And what's X equal?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah?
Math.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's hard.
Well, hopefully you can finish it up in...
I'd say like 5 minutes.
5 more minutes?
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
5 minutes.
And Darkness says he will be done. We will check back, and hopefully he will... Now, I just heard the time frame, 5 minutes. That's what I heard. Can you top that?
He's done in 5 minutes. I think in 5 minutes he'll find some mistakes in his build. That's what I think. I'm putting in the cooler right now.
Wow. Wow.
That's competition talk. So is it safe to say that you've been maybe eyeing his build, making sure that pieces are going where they should be?
Yeah. My stuff across the room. He was like throwing things.
So there's some sense of shenanigans going on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw his side panel there, and I thought I could distract him by tapping it a bit.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You never tap another friend's side panel. Well, I mean... That's just something you don't do. Out of respect in the PC build.
Right now, we're not friends.
Oh, enemies? Oh, we're... Mortal enemies. Frenemies.
Yeah, we're frenemies right now.
She's claiming to still be friends. I don't know. I mean, both of you guys look like you're very close to completing these builds. I just hope you guys actually have the ability to do it within the next 5 to 6 minutes, because that's the time frame I'm giving you. And in the meantime, let's hit the gridiron with a little Madden 17. Ready? Hut, 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 hut.
Welcome to Denver. I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis as the 2016 NFL season is underway.
This the game that shows us. Pioneer started on my corner like the cold rush. Had lining up the block like a gold rush. Saying live fast and die young is what they told us.
Here we go. Just 3 seconds left. The Broncos fighting for their playoff lives. The snap, hold, it's blocked. T.J. Ward blocked it. And in the most improbable of ways, Denver is going to the playoffs.
Hey everyone, we're down here at the Madden Village now, and I'm joined by the one and only Matt Marcoux, the Madden Commissioner, the commish himself. Matt, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I got a champion to crown this weekend, you know? I'm feeling good about this.
Yeah, you know, talking about the Madden Championships, this is a huge opportunity here for a lot of these players. What are some of the matchups that you're most excited for this weekend?
You know, the amazing thing, we're down to the final 8. I would say all of them are great matchups. We got Problem Right, the greatest of all time, versus the dark horse Spot Me Please in the quarterfinals. We got Serious Mo returning again. He's in a great matchup with Stiff, who's a long-time Madden community contributor at Madden Daily. So all around the board, all the matches are great. I have no idea who's going to win this time, and I'm looking forward to every match.
Yeah, and this is a significant event as well because, you know, the Madden Championship culminates to crowning the first Madden champion here. There have been many Madden champions in the past, though, but this one is a bit more significant. And why is that, Matt?
Yeah, so in the past, you know, EA has had several major events. We've had the Madden Challenge, Madden Nation, Madden Bowl. So there's been guys who are recognized as title holders. But we've never unified that. We've never had the all-around Madden champion. It's in my opinion, it's kind of like the old NFL where you had the AFC champion, the NFC champion, and they unified it to the Super Bowl. So that's what we're doing here. We're unifying it and say definitively the person who wins this tournament is the Madden champion.
This is huge. It's a big opportunity for these guys. Also, with just the news of what, you know, EA is doing for competitive gaming, and you come from a competitive gaming background, right? You've been around the scene for a really long time. So I guess final question, how does it feel to really work on something with such a rich history, such as Madden, and to be able to add something as incredible as the Madden Championship to the many accolades that Madden players have had a chance to fight for over the years?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. So, you know, my involvement in esports was inspired by traditional sports. I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was a huge Green Bay Packer fan, you know, played soccer, played baseball. So sports inspired me to say, well, why can't you be competitive at a video game? So it's really amazing to have that come full circle and work on the digital simulation, the video game sport of Madden, and bring it all home here, yeah.
It's awesome. Well, of course, thank you so much, Matt, for your time. And I just want to say that belt looks so fresh. I cannot wait for the winner to hoist that over their heads. Maybe they do like a little bit like a The Rock, you know what I mean? Just like whip it up, you know? Like
We'll let them own it how they want to, right? Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, guys, let's now take a look at the Madden Challenge and recap all the incredible action that took place in the Madden Championship.
We are here at the EA Sports Madden NFL Live Challenge. This is the semifinals tournament, kids. Single elimination. All these guys are 3 very difficult wins away from $20,000, a $50,000 prize pool.
$50,000. It's a tough spot for Neff. He needs to keep fighting back.
Probably not the best strategy when you're going up against the greatest Madden player of all time.
Oh, what a work by both! What a work by both! The problem holds on. The coach going to advance. That was a huge
As you can see, Serious Mo, D. Jones locking up, putting those headphones on.
He's got a rack catch. He's got a touchdown.
Charles pocket presence.
Johnson.
And he got the touchdown ball. This is the game we've all been waiting for.
And another interception.
Let's go, gentlemen. To become the next greatest Madden player of all time, a lot of people feel it's going to be Serious Mo.
$20,000 for the first place winner. $10,000 for second. That's a pretty big chunk of change to take home.
Do my best to win. Want to play. I'm ready.
Skimbo has always referred to Serious Mo as his kryptonite.
We are underway. Down to Forrest, but just out of reach. That would have been a big play. The wide receivers, Randall, does he have him? He does with the rack catch into the end zone. Touchdown.
This is the fourth quarter of the Madden Challenge Finals for 20 racks.
Has space. Then a little pressure. He throws an interception. That could be the ball game.
Oh my goodness, look at him. Look at him. Yeah, get him. Serious Mo, you deserved it. And we got ourselves a new Madden Challenge champion.
Play it first on Xbox One with EA Access.
Insane. Is that it? Hey, and now it is time to talk gridiron football, American football. We're talking about Madden NFL 17. Now, you guys getting to be the announcers for Madden 17. Tell me a little bit about what that experience is like.
Oh, well, I mean, it's an honor. You think of the guys that have come before us, Jim Nance, Phil Simms, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Gus Johnson. So following those guys, but also getting the experience to see what it's like to develop this game and get to record the number of hours that we've been able to be in studio together, it's been a very rewarding experience.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, we're guys that didn't work together before, and to get this opportunity to work for the Madden franchise. And by the way, get well soon, Coach. We know you just had surgery recently. Get well soon, Coach Madden, and we'll try and maintain the great standards you set for this game.
What does it mean for you guys to actually get to hear yourself in the game? Because now, like, whenever anybody plays Madden, they're also going to be hearing you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. As we've started to develop this game, you play it as you build it. So at first you heard a lot of holes in the commentary, and now it's starting to fill in as we get closer and closer to launch. But, you know, I grew up when this game was really starting to grow. I remember racing home with my friends to play this game after school in middle school and high school. So now to be a small part of it on this end, and again, I say a small part of it because, as we've seen, there's 250 people that make this game year-round. So to be a small part of it's something special.
Yeah, real small part of it, right? But it's a great part. It's great to be a part of it. And for me, I mean, watching my son, who's a high schooler, and his friends play, and now them knowing that I'm going to be a part of it, street cred, at least for a little while. He sounds great. I still hate the sound of my own voice. I just hope the people watching the game, playing the game, they don't hate the sound of it.
Do you sneak in any audio clips for your son's version of the game? Like, do your homework, touchdown!
A little subliminal, right? What they call that in the old days with records, backward masking, where you'd hear the that's what I'm trying to do when I get that done. But he did warn us, actually warned me. He said, listen, I don't want to play the game a little while, and then I know what line triggers. There better be a lot of lines in there, so we still have some work to do.
And, you know, mentioning that you guys, this is the first time you guys have worked together, how did that work out? How did you guys feel comfortable working with each other once you started getting a good rhythm?
Man, I'll say this with him standing here. I'll try not to get emotional, but no, the moment I met him, he just has some way of making you feel welcome, and I think that the users and the game players are really going to feel that too. He has that style of, wow, Charles, I just want to go and sit down and talk life with him or talk football with him. So it's a very inviting style, and, you know, going down to Orlando, I live in Atlanta, but he lives in Orlando where the game is taped. So I go over to his house, have dinner, meet the family, and we've been able to develop a friendship, which hopefully will help with the camaraderie in the booth.
Yeah, he's being really modest about it because he had the job first, and I had to audition with him having already had the job, and I really enjoyed it right from the word go. And I remember walking out of the audition and saying, I really want to work with him. I want to work with Brandon Gaudin, and hopefully people will hear exactly why, because he's fantastic.
Well, Charles, Brandon, I can't wait to hear you guys every single time I play Madden NFL 17. Thank you so much for joining me. Get well, Coach Madden. And speaking of getting well, hopefully these PCs aren't dead, because there is a whole lot of PC building still going on, except for one. I only see one man who is no longer building a PC. Tim.
I told you.
Tim.
I told you it was almost done. I told you it was almost done.
So you're saying this is complete?
It's good to go.
What about this screw right here?
They gave you extra in case you drop them. You know, we are up here on a balcony.
I mean, what about this tool? This tool doesn't look like...
I used it to cut my zip ties.
The zip ties that aren't even really used.
Well, no, I used them.
So
I used them.
This is as complete as a build as you would normally take it.
As complete as it would be. Look, I mean, look at that. Look.
Oh. Everything looks kind of properly taped off.
All right. See, look, zip ties.
Bro, that's clean.
Yeah.
That's clean. If you want to come over and help me install my cable into my house with some zip ties, make sure the wires aren't showing, sort of hide everything. Okay. Yeah, he charges a lot. Well, I think it's pretty much safe to say that the winner of the Origin Custom Gaming Showdown, Darkness 14.9, Tim.
Thank you.
Congrats on completing. I mean, if it doesn't work, you can just send it home with me.
I'll send it to you.
I will make sure. You guys, obviously, some sturdy competition.
I really thought Grizzly was going to beat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I wasn't too worried about.
If I was gonna have to take a look at her setup, looks a little bit more complete than Grizzly's over here. So did you think, I mean, even with the time frame, is this as pleased as you would like to see with what the time you had to build an entire PC? Is this what you were expecting?
I'm really impressed with myself, that's for sure. Well, I mean, I got everything in there. I got things plugged in. The only thing I forgot to put this in first.
That's what happens. -5 puntos.
Really? No.
In the Esporta of PC building, that is clearly a mistake you don't want to make. Well, you know what? You tried your best, and I appreciate the attempt. Oh, and here we have the first loser up. How does it feel to be defeated?
I feel, I don't know how I feel.
Defeated would be a word?
I feel defeated. Yeah. I'm absolutely blown away how, like, I had issues with the screwdriver, and I lost a couple of screws on the floor as well, so I panicked about that.
He had extra screws. How did you lose screws?
I don't, you know, I should have went over there. I should have crossed the border.
Yeah?
And go over there and capture.
Yeah. There's a giant wall that kept you from victory. Yeah. And luckily Darkness is our winner of the challenge. Heading on back over, the Golden Boy, Alex. Welcome back to the studio.
I was the Esporte of
the Esporte of PC building.
PC building is real.
It's been won by Darkness.
It is. You know, I know all three of our contestants. They're all amazing people. Ulala has no idea how to build a computer. Poor thing. Yeah. But she built it. But I'm gonna give Grizzle and say that Ulala is in third. Yeah. Grizz in second, and Tim in first. That's just what I'm calling right now.
Well,
that's just what I'm calling.
Sounds pretty unanimous that Tim has won this competition. Clearly, since his PC...
She's also the only person up here wearing like a different colored shirt, and by that you just lose by default. This is a black tie event.
Black tie affair.
Black blazer event. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's all about the dark colors.
Well, anyway, hopefully everybody will stay tuned to all the EA Access Origin channels to find out more about the latest in EA games.
It was a good time.
EA Play, we killed it here in LA. Hopefully they had as much fun in the UK. Until then, just keep playing games. Courtesy of EA. EA Play.